related to this. You know what? According to me, every single month, every monos month, babies takes place in the world. Babies come in the world, and so in addition to, as a matter of fact, according to me, 80% babies out of the 100% babies, they have been afflicted with this problem, with the problem which named hawn syndrome. You know what? Due to this problem, the tongue that peeps out, even the face structure that turns the obnoxious one, and in addition to, the thing is that according to me, the children who are afflicted with this problem, they can't lead a good life, even they can't spend a longer period of time, and in addition to their lifespan, that would be less one, that would no more than 40 years of age. And furthermore, the thing is that the heart related problems increases in those children who are afflicted with hawn syndrome related problems, and in addition to the imbalance of thyroid, that too can take place. And so according to me, it happens due to the according to me due to the quite much age of the parents. If the parents try to give birth to the baby at the quite later age, around 45 or 46 or 47, so in that age the baby would born, but the baby would be afflicted with the hawn syndrome problem. That's the fact. And even today my very second topic, that is about the discrimination on the basis of castes, and even on the basis of the, according to me, on the basis of brothers and sisters, and discrimination on account of property as well. So without running and waiting and with time, let's cut straight into the topic firstly. So you know what, as a matter of fact, in the olden days, in the yesteryears, in India, people used to discriminate people on account of, according to me, on account of complexion, gender, and especially on account of caste. And you know what? Now people they don't try to focus on the complexion and gender, but now people they are just focusing on the caste. People they have been just discriminating others on the basis of caste, and in addition to in the olden days, people they used to catch upon the thing which named untouchability. It meant that the upper castes people they didn't try to touch the lower castes people. And even now, according to me, up to 20% this has been in existence. So according to me, this shouldn't be in existence. This should be completely avoided, really. And in addition to, even now people have been discriminating sizable, considerable, and innumerable people on account of castes. This is wrong thing. And even according to me, in India, for uplifting the lower castes like Dalit, the government that has been giving quota. And so according to me, the thing is that by giving quota, the lower castes like the Dalit one, or OBC or OST and some other castes, they would not be uplifted up to a great extent. That's the fact. As even now people have been discriminating them on account of castes. That's the fact. And in addition to, according to me, there are sizable and innumerable castes, especially the lower one like the SC, ST, OWC, OBC, EWC, and even the next one, which named Dalit. Okay, Dalit, that comes under EWC, economically weaker sections. Okay, and in addition to, as a matter of fact, you know what? When a girl comes at the age of marriage, so her parents they look for a groom of especially of the same caste, not of the different caste. This happens due to the discrimination on account of castes. And in addition to, people they have been looking down upon the lower castes people. This is the wrong thing according to me. Okay, and even you know what? The next thing, which is about the property, the discrimination on account of property, this has been taking in my own residence. Okay, very firstly, my grandpa, he desires to give more and more property to his a couple of sons, and as compared to my dad, as compared to his elder son, his first son. And furthermore, this is due to, according to me, this is due to illiteracy. This shouldn't happen at all. As for him, his all the children, his all three sons, they are equal. And so they all should get the equal amount of share of the property. That's the fact. And the next thing that is about the books. You know what? The thing is that in India, the prices of the books that has been uplifting and even that has been increasing and enhancing up to a great extent. This shouldn't happen at all, as according to me, how the children would tend to enable to buy the books from the market. And in addition to the content that too has been enhancing and influencing, especially influencing and changing. And so in this sort of scenario and circumstance, how the children would tend to be able to take the listed books, the used books. And furthermore, since the prices of the papers has been uplifting and enhancing, so due to that fact, the thing is that the prices of books in Britain, the prices of books that has been uplifting, the prices of books have been increasing, enhancing and uplifting up to a great extent. And in addition to, today I consulted one of the pictures which was mentioned in my Hindi newspaper that stated completely that the children, they were feeling completely crestfallen, effully woe and terribly despondent as the price, the cost of the books, the costs of the books, they were completely high. And so some of the parents, they couldn't afford to buy the books for their children. And the next thing is about the face blindness. You know what? As a matter of fact, the thing is that the, according to me, the people earlier who were afflicted with COVID-19, the great pandemic, and even the grand pandemic, the obnoxious one, the tragic one and the terrible one. So, especially the people who were afflicted with COVID-19 for a prolonged period of time, for overtime and consistently. So now, you know what? The thing is that those same people, they are afflicted with the face blindness related problem. Okay, so let me elaborate you about this face blindness related problem. Okay, so the thing is that if one is afflicted with this problem, so one can't recognize the faces of the people, even the faces of the siblings, even the faces of the parents, even the face of brother or sister, even the face of spouse, even the face of children or child as well. That has been taking place. Even a woman who aged just 28 years old, so for completely 1 year, she was afflicted with coronavirus, COVID-19, and so then after that, research took place upon her, and the research that completely reveals, depicts and displays and outdoors that she has been suffering from face blindness problem, and so due to which she has been feeling unable to recognize her own father, her own mother as well, but she can recognize their voices. And so on the basis of voices, she can easily recognize her parents. And in addition to one day, she was just passing by one of the great restaurants of her area. And so there she called sight at one of the man, and at the earliest she felt unfamiliar with the man. And in addition to, later on, that man used to call him and ask him about something, and then she thought about that the voice that was familiar with her father, but the face that was looking unrecognizable one, different one, unfamiliar one. And then she got to know about her problem, by consulting from one of the doctors, and now she's feeling okay, and now she can completely recognize her parents on account of their different voices. That's the fact. Okay, and furthermore, you know what? Today I just wanted to speak English quite earlier, but my younger sister, she was studying in the next room of this room, and so I was unable to come over here and to speak English over here, as I thought that she would get distracted by me when I would speak English over here, and especially with the high pitch. And on the contrary, on the other hand, my elder sister, she was catching up on academics in the downstairs room, and so then I could speak English in the next room, which is the mine one, and but then I thought that she too would get distracted from me, and so then I thought that it would be better to speak English at 5:45. It meant at quarter to 6 o'clock or at 5:30. But you know what? At 5:30, I can't speak English on the terrace, on the roof, as the sun that blazes fiercely, really. So I can't take excessive amount of sun bath, and especially I don't want to become too hot. And so due to this fact, I can't go over there. And I just switch over to go over there at correct quarter to 5 or at 6 o'clock for speaking English, or especially for one of the live or for making a video. In the olden days, I used to make the live videos. I used to do the live streaming in the night time, especially at 9 o'clock or at 10 o'clock. But then I realized this, that nobody was watching out my video, and then I thought this, that everybody comes live at correct 5 o'clock. It is the research, even it is the statement of Google. And so I thought that why shouldn't I switch over to do the live streaming at correct 5 o'clock or around 5 o'clock. Okay, here is the, okay, cyclonic nothing. Okay, and then what? Okay, and very firstly, you know what? Let me familiarize you with a ghost story. Very first, I'm quite fond of writing the ghost stories, and whatever I speak out about about the horror stories, the ghost stories. So according to me, that is the interesting one, and even that turns quite much appealing one, fascinating one, mind-blowing one, eye-catching one, readers' attention-catching one, and even spellbounding one, and flabbergasting one, astonishing one, dumbfounding one, startling one, elegant one, dainty one, magnificent one, and even according to me, that turns quite much fabulous one, and even that turns amazing one as well. Okay, it's quite much, and furthermore, now here is nobody. And in addition to, let me just express my views over the ghost story. Okay, so one day, firstly, each and everything would be the imaginative one. Each and everything would be the unoriginal one. Each and everything would be pretty much unreal one. Okay, so one day, I was just passing through a street, and there I caught sight at some of the trees, and I caught sight that there were some of the white colored attires, and some of the white colored attires were hanging on one of the sides of the roads, and especially they were hanging on some amount of trees. And the trees, they were in a line, they were lined up completely, and in addition to the time, that was the night time, and as we know, we all are well versed of the fact that the white attires, the white robes, the white wardrobes shines. You know what? They shines, they glows quite much either in the quite fine early morning time, or at the dark night time, like at the midnight time, like at 12 o'clock, and especially at 12 p.m. Okay, and one day, very firstly, you know what? Why I know that the white tires shines in the fine morning time? Quite earlier, I was quite much fond of just going on the cycling on the regular basis. And so, you know what? For doing the cycling, what I usually used to do, I used to just get up in the final morning. I used to wake up firstly, then I used to get up, and after waking up and getting up, I used to just put on the attires as the season that used to be the winter one. And after putting on the attires, I used to go to the cycling along with my grandfather and along with my a couple of sisters. And so there used to be the pitch darkness all around me, and I could merely see those people who used to put on merely the white colored attires. And furthermore, as a matter of fact, I used to consider them as the ghosts. And so I know well versed that the white attires they shine in the night time or even in the finally morning time, and especially in the darkness. As the darkness that takes place in the finally morning time, quite fine one like a 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and even the darkness that takes place around 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, 11, 12, and then so on up to 4 or 5 o'clock in the finally morning, of the finally morning. Okay, and very firstly, there is a massive difference between, according to me, between waking up and getting up. Waking up, that meant that you have just closed, no, you have just unclosed your eyes, and still you are lying upon your bed, upon your couch. On the contrary, getting up, that meant that you have left your bed, your couch, and now you are standing on the floor, or even now you are catching up on some sort of activities. That's the fact. Furthermore, so then the moment when I outside at those attires, so I felt afraid of hostess, of the presence of hostess. So then I used to run blindly. I used to just call out the names of my siblings for getting helped by them, but in vain. And at last I caught sight at one of the schools, and then I used to just go up to the school. There I caught sight at the watchman, and then and even then the watchman asked me the reason behind my situation and scenario. And so I got him aware of the fact that I washed out the white colored attires, and then the watchman used to depict me those same sorts of white colored attires. Then I fainted completely. Okay, this is the one of the stories.